Hello, and welcome to Play Review with Jeff Morgan. Today we're reviewing the play The Wrestling Season. It's about two characters, Matt and Luke. Matt's a big time wrestler and wants to make it to college for wrestling. Luke doesn't really care that much about wrestling. He cares more about school. They are best friends. Matt's working hard to drop some weight so that way he can wrestle his arch nemesis Willie. Willie's a dickhead, and so is his friend Joel. It's a really bad name to have. There's some girls in there, but they're not really important. They kind of switch sides a lot, and I can't really ever tell whose side they're on. People start thinking that Matt and Luke are gay, so they write faggot on Luke's locker. Luke then becomes all weird and doesn't want to talk to Matt. Matt doesn't like the stigma of being called gay, and gets pointed out by it by his other friend, whose name I forgot. She's supposed to be this eccentric chick. I don't really know. So he dates a girl named Melanie to try to stop the stigma that he's gay. He basically calls Melanie a slut right to her face. That's all I've read of this play so far. I'm about halfway through. It's kind of a piece of shit play. Would I do this? No. Do I think that it's well written? Not whatsoever. Is there character development? Not particularly. They're just kind of thrown in there with some weird wrestling shit. It doesn't resemble high school whatsoever. And I don't really think that the writer, Laurie Brooks, understands what high school is really about. Maybe when she was in high school, this is what high school was like. But it's no longer like this today. Thank you. I'll be following up with the latter half of this play in a little bit. I'm continuing reading The Wrestling Season. I'm only 2 more pages further in it. And they are mentioning a scene where Melanie is getting her toes painted by the other chicks, and they're talking about how Matt might be gay just because he hasn't made any sexual advances yet. They then continue to talk about some random bullshit. All of a sudden, they bring up a Facebook page called Stomp a Fag Day, specifically pointing out Luke and Matt. I then realized this is the edgiest play I've ever read, probably the edgiest play in existence. How do I feel about this? I'm a little bit shocked, honestly. This still is a cringe play, and the way that they speak about one another makes me want to shoot myself. They're talking about how horny wrestling makes them. So that would make the jocks gay if wrestling other men makes them horny. Also, one of the girls mentions that her boyfriend, Joel, bought her skimpy underwear. They are in high school, and I can't imagine a scenario when that would ever be appropriate in high school. Probably not until your junior year of college would that be considered mildly appropriate. This play is really getting to me. I'm very tired right now as well. But I'm going to continue to read this, and I'll keep you guys posted on the process that unfolds in this edgy, cringy play. Hello. I just finished Wrestling Season, and I have to admit, I was right about it the whole time. This play is poorly written, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, the plot jumps all over the place, and I don't know what the hell is going on most of the time. Where I picked up was they were just talking about how Matt might be gay because he hasn't made any sexual advances. So, Luke keeps blowing Matt off, and Luke's like pissy or whatever. Jolt says some shit or something stupid, and him and Melanie are talking about it. Matt then becomes angry and starts to pin Melanie to the ground. She is screaming at him, telling him to stop because he's hurting her. He's like, "This is what you want, though, right?" Which I don't really know what he's meaning by that, but whatever he meant, it was fucking stupid. They continue on, and Luke is walking home. He suddenly gets jumped and beaten up. I guess this is the stomp a fag day thing. Minutes before the wrestling meetup starts, Willie and Jolt are taunting Matt. They say that Luke has quit the team. So he runs and he finds Luke. It's freezing cold outside. Luke takes off his hood to reveal that his face has been battered in. I don't really know why Luke is all ashamed. He could have just gone home, but instead he stayed in an old man's garage all night. He doesn't make any fucking sense, like most characters in this play. Him and Matt talk, and it's kind of revealed that Luke is gay. Actually gay. But we never really find out. They go back to the wrestling thing, and Luke loses, and Matt wins. They then start to talk, and he almost beats up Jolt. Matt almost beats up Jolt, which is stupid. And then he says, "I would pin you so hard that you would never get up." That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. You could have said something even remotely more tough, and it would have sounded better. Like, "I'm gonna beat you" would have been a better thing to put there. But they go with a wrestling analogy, because that's all Matt cares about is fucking wrestling. So then he's trying to talk to Melanie, and she's like, "Yeah, you hurt me. I'm gonna press charges." Blah 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 blah. And she doesn't believe Matt. She then goes off with Jolt and Willie or whatever. It is then revealed that Joel is cheating on his girlfriend. And then the play fucking ends. And it doesn't make any sense. That is the play. That's the entirety of the play. From start to finish. It's a train wreck. It's awful. I don't recommend reading this. It's probably the worst play I've ever read. I'm a pretty harsh critic, but this one definitely deserves it. You've been watching Play Review with Jeff Morgan. I'll see you again next time, folks.